Hi, JC Miles here with MI5. That stands for Milestone Information Systems. Has your computer gone rogue? Has it been infected with spies? Give us a call, MI5. Give us a visit at our website, www.mi5solutions.com. MI5, where no mission is ever impossible. Hi, JC Miles here with MI5. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and go over one of our crown jewel products, our monthly service agreement. Keep in mind, this is not a contract. This can be started and canceled at any time. But what I want to go over is what that contract covers. First off, it includes your antivirus. We provide the new antivirus that's provided by Viper. Really awesome program. Not only is it going to act as an antivirus, and just like your Norton or your McAfee, but it's also going to do a few other things for you. Number one, it helps MI5 make sure that all of your programs are always up to date at all times. Number two, it's also going to go and tell you what websites are not safe to go to, which ones are known to be phishing scams, which ones are known to have viruses. So it'll make your web browsing a lot safer. It also does a check with Facebook to make sure that somebody hasn't put a malicious link onto your page. It'll scan your Facebook page, let you know, hey, this link is known to have malicious software, and give you a prompt to be able to remove that link. That way your friends and family aren't going and hitting phishing sites or malware off of your Facebook page. The third thing that it's going to do, it's also going to scan your email and make sure that your email is safe, so that whenever you do download something off your email, you know you're downloading something that's safe. Unlimited backup. First off, go out there and look. Go check out all the competition. See who's going to give you unlimited backup and see how much it costs. First off, I've never seen one that is unlimited. All I've ever seen is $50 a terabyte, or call us for higher amounts. We don't do that. If you got 50 terabytes worth of information that you need backed up, hey, we'll back it up for you. Not a problem. The next thing that you need to know is unlimited 24-hour remote support. You got a problem at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're trying to play a game, and hey, my computer's broken. As long as you're still connected to the internet, I can log in and take care of it. If for some reason you're not connected, hey, I can be out there at 8 o'clock the next morning in most cases and take care of the problem for you. Next is going to be your monthly maintenance. Windows has got to be updated. That is the number one reason for infection. It's not even the fact that you don't have an antivirus. In my opinion, the way I would do it, I'd rather have Windows updated and no antivirus than have an antivirus and not have Windows updated. It is extremely important to keep your Windows and your programs updated. That is the number one way that systems get compromised, is because people don't have time or don't take the time to update their system. Also, don't forget about IT points. IT points are included in this package so that my on-site service is almost free to you. All the details will be provided whenever you get a chance to look at the paperwork. Just let me know if you're interested. Hey, keep in mind, with us, no mission is impossible. We specialize in systems admin and systems analysis, also disaster recovery. The goal of this company is to make sure that if something happens to you and your place of business has been completely wiped off the map, we can have you back up and running as soon as power is restored. That's our goal. The only way we can do that is to get in and make sure that we do it ahead of time. We got to make sure that we're prepared before disaster strikes. You can't be prepared after disaster strikes. It ain't going to work. Last but not least, keep in mind, go look at the competition. First off, I have not found anybody except for one company that will do monthly maintenance. They're $15 a month. Number two, and their monthly maintenance only includes Windows. Number two, nobody out there includes an antivirus with their product. Number three, unlimited backup, as far as I know, does not exist. I have scoured the internet looking for it. There is no monthly fee that you can pay to get unlimited backup. What you have to do is you have to pay a certain amount for so many terabytes or so many gigabytes. The best rate that I found out there is $50 per terabyte. Also, as far as unlimited 24-hour remote support, I don't know about anything out there that offers unlimited 24-hour remote support with one exception, and that's you can buy a service contract through Dell and Lenovo, but you get a certain amount of time on that service contract, and you usually have to spend about $200 to $300 for it. In this case, I mean, you get it every month, all the time. You don't have to worry about whether or not your warranty's expired, or you don't have to give me your serial number to your computer or anything like that. When we put the software package on there, we know that computer's covered. Okay? Businesses, you are not going to find a full-time IT solution at a better price with as much punch as we've packed into this package. Lastly, I want to make sure that you understand one thing. No mission is impossible. I hold that credo very, very dear. You have a problem, we will figure out a way to solve it. There is no problem that cannot be solved. When you go in, you look, do the research. Come back and ask me questions. We're always available to answer questions. One of the things to keep in mind too is the experience and the education that we have behind us. Look, I've been there. I don't care what problem you can have, I've probably already had it. Whether it's an infection, a rootkit infection, it doesn't matter. We've dealt with it. We can take care of it for you. One of the other things to keep in mind, computers that are properly maintained, properly taken care of, tend to last 20% longer than computers that aren't. That's a minimum number. I just can't tell you all the different types of things that we've seen, but give us a call. We'll be happy to take care of it. I'm going to give our phone number. It's 662-664-6951. That is my personal cell number. Our office number, 662-554-4263. Hit up our website. You can send us an email. You can send me one directly at jcmiles@mi5solutions.com or visit www.mi5solutions.com and hit the Contact Us link. Either way, we'd be happy to get back in touch with you within about 24 hours. One last thing. I know everybody's wondering, well, how much does this cost? How much does this cost? Everybody wants to know how much does it cost. Well, first off, this works on PCs and servers. Okay? Any Windows-based PC, any Windows-based server. $30 a month for a Windows-based PC. That's XP and above. And it is $45 a month for a Windows-based server. That is at least Windows 2000 or higher. So, anyway, give us a call. Let us know. You're not going to find a better deal than this anywhere. And if you do, I'll do what I can to match the price. You just let me know. Hi folks, JC Miles here with MI5, Milestone Information Systems. Today we're going to go over hosted virtual computing. First, let's go over traditional computing. First off, you got a box, looks something like this, and you turn around, you plug a keyboard and a mouse and a monitor and a printer and everything like that into it, and you have a computer. You go through, you save your files to this box, and everything's good. That is the traditional way that we compute. It works great, no problems. You get out on the internet, you do what you need to do, you save your files to it, everything's good, hunky-dory. But just out of curiosity, what would you do if this got covered in water? Or even worse, like a flood. Or even worse, you had a fire and it burned the whole building down and burned this up with it. Then what are you going to do? Well, a lot of people say, well, yeah, we got file backups. Okay, cool. Hey, absolutely do file backups. There is no problem with doing that, and you need to keep on doing it. And if you have your backups off-site, your files are safe. But how long did it take you to set this up in the first place? Hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours to install Word, install Adobe, install Corel Draw, whatever softwares it is that you've put on there are now destroyed. You have to, even if you got all your disks off-site, you have to buy another one of these, so you got to go spend $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 and buy another computer or more, depending on how good your computer is. You then turn around and you have to start opening the drive and putting CDs in or downloading software, which you could lose 2 or 3 days sometimes, depending on how much stuff is on there, of actual work. Well, we have a solution: hosted virtual computing. First off, hosted. All that means is that it is supported off-site somewhere In this case, I use a company exclusively that does all my hosting for my virtual computers. Why do I use a company? Well, in most cases, I'm dealing with folks that are local to me. If they get flooded, there's a possibility that I could get flooded too. If there's a natural disaster like a tornado, I could be in the path of that actual tornado. So we use an offsite hosting service. They actually host your computer in 3 different places. Here's the advantage to this. This box, or a box similar, actually sits out of state. It actually has 3 backups. So there are actually 3 of these boxes sitting around. But if you go to the site, you'll actually see boxes like this that are huge. And inside of them, they house 5, 10, 15, 20, even 50 computers, all in one box. Basically, what you do is you use what's called a thin client or a 0-point client, either one, and you connect to the internet. Basically, all that's on it is a network connection, a monitor connection, a keyboard and mouse connection. And it also connects to your printer. To you, you're sitting there using your computer just like normal. Nothing's changed. As long as you have access to the internet, you have access to your computer off-site. Anytime you save, it saves on that computer off-site. And if the worst happens, and you have a flood or a fire that comes in and destroys everything in your office, we can have you back up and running in less than an hour. All we have to do is get a thin client, put it back in place. Average cost is between $100 and $300, depending on how robust you need your thin client to be. The really cool thing is let's say you need to upgrade. So let's say you have all your programs out there. You're a lawyer. You've got all your bookmarks and everything all set up. But it's time to move from Windows 7 to Windows 8. No problem. I can go in, reconfigure the system, and the next time you log in, you have all your same software, but now you have a Windows 8 version. Let's say that you're a graphics designer, and this week or this year, 4 gigabytes is plenty of space for you, or plenty of RAM for you, and a 300 gig hard drive is plenty big for you. Well, now your 300 gigabyte hard drive is full, and you need a 1 terabyte hard drive. No problem. All I have to do is go in and allocate you more RAM and more hard drive space. Instead of going out and buying a new hard drive, having it shipped in, having to move all that information from one hard drive to another, install that hard drive, reinstall all your programs and everything like that, or cloning the drive, we don't even have to do that. All we have to do is push a few buttons and give you more hard drive space, push a few buttons and give you more RAM. So basically, we can upgrade your computer on the fly. Now, this is at a monthly cost. As far as the cost goes, everybody's different. It's kind of like a haircut. You give me a haircut, I pay $8. However, my friend down the street might pay $24. It just depends on your particular situation as far as what you're going to pay for your computer. As far as computing costs go, virtual computers on average save you 50% or more in total hardware cost. The reason is because you don't have to buy a new computer every time you need to upgrade. All your computers are hosted off-site. So those guys take care of all the hardware costs. Your only cost is whatever software it is that you need on it, whatever operating system you need on it. Now, hosted virtual computing is available for any Windows from XP and above. I don't recommend going with XP unless you absolutely have to. Is virtual computing for everyone? No. In some cases, you have to have a local machine and there's just no way to get around it. However, in over 80% of cases, virtual computing would save them money, would save them time, and would give them an excellent disaster recovery plan. The next thing to keep in mind too is not only is this a great disaster recovery plan, but one of the really cool things about hosted virtual computing is that if you move sites, it's not that big of a deal. You can just move your thin clients over to the new site. I come in, I do a little bit of setup, and boom, you're back up and running. No matter what the situation is, I can have almost any computer back up and running within an hour. The really cool thing is your servers, if something happens and on site, your server, you lose internet on site. Well, your server's hosted anyway. It's out somewhere else. It's copied 3, 4, 5 times out in the cloud, okay? The cool thing about this is it doesn't matter. You lose internet, your server's still doing its job. If your server's supposed to be serving your other computers, it still is. Granted, you lose all of your computing if you lose the internet. but how often do you really lose the internet? In my case, here in Corinth, Mississippi, I've ever lost, in the last 2.5 years, I've ever lost internet connection twice, where it's just been completely down. I've had a couple of days where it's been slow, but with using Comcast, I've only had 2 true down days. And neither one of those days was a full day. I was down for like 3 to 6 hours, and in fact, both of those were in the middle of the night. Neither one of those was during the day. So that's my experience at this point. Everybody's a little bit different. You got to kind of decide for yourself. We'd be happy to come in and do an analysis for you. We'll send a systems analyst out there to take a look all the way around, see what's going on, and make sure that virtual computing is right for you. But before you go and buy that new machine and spend all that money on new hardware, new software, new operating system, give us a shot. Let's see if we can maybe save you some money by putting you into a virtual computing solution. Home users, especially if you're a gamer, this is going to be awesome. Your bandwidth doesn't matter anymore, because your bandwidth, all it's doing is moving your video component of your game. All of your gaming bandwidth has to go from the hosting company. If you're not happy, you buy a 4 gig machine and you're not happy with it, hey, we can turn around and upgrade you to an 8 gig machine so that you can play your game better. It doesn't matter what your situation is. Anytime that you need more RAM, we can give you more RAM. Anytime you need less RAM, we can give you less RAM. Anytime you need more hard drive space, we can do that. We can flip-flop your computer any way you want it at any time you want. That's the huge advantage of this product. Now, included in with this video is going to be some slides to kind of show you and give you a diagram of how this works. Basically, you sit at your desk and you send a signal out to the internet. That signal goes to your hosted virtual computer. That, once you're authenticated, that virtual computer comes back to you. The really cool thing is you can have the same computer at work, at the coffee shop, at home. All you have to have is a thin client. If you want to have a regular computer that you can carry around with you, you can take a regular computer anywhere you want. You have access to the internet, you can access your computer. For bosses, we can also turn that feature off. You don't have to be able to have access anywhere. We can actually turn it off where they only have access in your office as well. Medical professionals, this system is fully HIPAA compliant, 110%. It has the proper encryption. It actually doubles the encryption that's required by federal law. It also has all the safeguards that can be put into place to become fully HIPAA compliant. That's not going to be an issue for you. As far as backups, your computer's already backed up on a constant basis anyway, but we can add another piece of software if you want a strict, separate backup as well. This works for any Windows-based product, whether it's PC or server. It doesn't matter. We can take care of it for you. Give us a call, 662-664-6951. That's me, JC. That's my personal cell number. Give the office a call at 662-554-4263. And any of our techs can help you out. One last thing to remember. It's not always about price. This situation is not appropriate for everybody. For some people, it's going to save you money. For some people, it may not be appropriate for. You have to make that decision for yourself, but we would be happy to help you make that decision by coming out and doing a free analysis for you. Give our website a hit at www.mi5solutions.com. We're still under construction on the website. Things are constantly changing, so please come back and see us more often as things progress. Keep track of our Facebook page, because our MI5 Facebook page is going to start featuring weekly videos just like this, not only to explain new products, but also free advice and opportunities. If you have questions, please hit us up on our Facebook page with your questions, and we'll answer those in these videos. For now, just keep in mind that no mission is ever impossible.